Very, very blessed. In my life, I've received the highs of highs and the lows of lows. And I'm very, very thankful to God for every experience that I've had, whether it's been good or bad or indifferent. It's all made me the man I am today. I've had such a marvellous career that I'm really, really thankful for. I've worked very hard, but it's all been God's plan. Everything that's happened has been God's plan. Even today, to come back at 37 years old.
You see him in like an interview and he's all irate. That's fight mode, and all of the Furies, they all have fight mode. It's serious and it's intense.
It's God's plan and God's will, and we will see where it takes us, no problem. My last 2 fights, I didn't get the result I was after. Alexander got the results over me. Fair play to him and his team and everybody around it. You know, it's life lessons. In this life, you don't always get what you want. You don't always get what you think you want and think you did enough to get. However, that's where it stays. You don't hear me crying and moaning about, oh my God, he cheated. At the time, I was very, very hurt by that. And I was thinking, what's gone on here? Like, how has this happened to me, God? And I realised that everything's God's plan and God's timing. And I'm just so thankful and so blessed to be in this position and on the verge of a massive return in 2000.
No, I think he's past his best. I'm a no-filter kind of guy. I love my son, but there's too many people patting him on the back and telling him he's Tarzan when he's not Tarzan. He's been gone Tyson since the Deontay Wilder fights. It's finished Wilder completely. Done him. He's not got a leg underneath him. Enough respect to say, you know what? My dad could be right.
Is that repairable, John,
Yeah.
that relationship?
I don't know.
Bless! There's no fighting. No fighting, Huey. No fighting, James. And no fighting, Jay. And most of all,
Tyson, I think, used his dad to keep him involved and as a infiltrator, you know, someone that can shout and scream and cause a bit of chaos and unrest, you know. And I think like he doesn't need that in this fight, so he might make a U-turn.
Bollocks, the lot of it. Same squad, same bullshit.
You're not a part of this training camp, are you?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I don't want it. I said, if you have him, that sugar, I'm no filter. I said, I'm gone.
But what is it about Sugar?
He's
Is
no
it
good.
Tactically, technically?
He's useless. Everybody's been in the corner. He got beat. He's been gone Tyson since the Deontay Wilder fights. It's finished Wilder completely. It took a lot away from Tyson. Magmadov. This is a problem. I'm the first one to say it, because all them out there, they don't pay enough attention to detail, Spencer.
It's a high-risk fight for him, this, isn't it?
It's not what I'd have done. Look at Usyk. Usyk's saying, I'm 39-year-old. Want an easy time. He's picked.
Tyson Fury just destroyed his own father. Not in the ring, but with words that cut deeper than any punch. The Gypsy King has publicly declared that his own flesh and blood, John Fury, is now treating him like an enemy. This isn't some media-manufactured drama or clickbait nonsense. This is a complete family meltdown happening in real time, and it's about to change everything we thought we knew about Tyson Fury's comeback. The man who built his entire identity around family loyalty just torched the most important relationship in his life.
I'm getting well paid for Rico, keeping my name out there. It's an easy fight. Even if Tyson wins this, it's 12 rounds.
Here's what's really wild about this situation. Tyson Fury isn't just hurt, he's confused as hell. This is a guy who's faced down Deontay Wilder 3 times, who's battled depression and addiction, who's come back from career-ending injuries. But his own father turning on him, that's the one thing that's actually broken through his armor. And you know what he's doing about it? He's calling it God's plan. That's not just acceptance, that's a man who's channeling pure pain into something dangerous. When fighters start talking about divine intervention and destiny, that's when they become absolutely lethal in the ring.
But he's saying that Tyson isn't himself anymore. And I tend to agree with John Fury. He's certainly not at his best anymore. I mean, how could he be after everything he's been through and stuff like that? So I tend to agree with that, right? But he was saying words to the effect of that the Wilder trilogies.
John Fury isn't backing down either. This man is going nuclear on his own son. He's reminding everyone that he built Tyson's entire career from nothing, that every victory, every championship, every moment of glory can be traced back to his guidance. And now he feels completely disrespected and cast aside. John's questioning whether their relationship can ever be fixed, which tells you everything about how deep this rift goes. This isn't father-son disagreement over training methods. This is a man watching his life's work get thrown back in his face by the person he sacrificed everything for.
Can't show your father respect when it's needed. Keep going. I don't need you. I don't need him and his millions. I need nothing off him. I wish him well, but he's put those people before me, his blood father. That's hurt me like unbelief. So, they can jog on.
Now here's where it gets absolutely fascinating. Shane McGuigan, who's been around the Fury camp for years, is revealing the real strategy behind all this chaos. According to him, Tyson used to deliberately keep his father around to create drama and psychological warfare. The unpredictability, the media circus, the constant tension, it was all part of Tyson's mental game. But now Tyson doesn't need that chaos anymore. He's evolved past using family drama as a weapon, and he's cutting out everything that doesn't serve his ultimate goal. That's not just smart, that's terrifying. A focused Tyson Fury without distractions is the most dangerous version of himself.
I've people around me, never have and I never will, because I'm a psychopath. I can't have 1 million people around me because it doesn't work. I just have the same old people I've always knew, that's it. I'm not interested in making new friends, I'm not interested in what the next man's got, I'm not interested in what the next door neighbour's doing, don't care. Keep me.
And get this, John Fury is absolutely torching Tyson's current team and training choices. He's calling coaches useless, questioning tactics, and basically saying his son is surrounding himself with yes men who don't have the balls to tell him the truth. But here's what's incredible about all this behind-the-scenes chaos. Tyson isn't responding. He isn't defending his team. He isn't getting drawn into public arguments. He's just training in Thailand, putting in work twice a day, and letting his preparation do the talking. That level of mental discipline while your own father is publicly destroying you. That's champion mindset on another level.
You repair them in private, not in the public domain. John, on the times that I've met John, I found him to be engaging and charming. But there's other times when I've seen him whether it's an act, or created or whatever, it's boorish, it's unpalatable, it's unpleasant. When you headbutt Ukrainians in front of Saudi royalty and behave yourself in a way that's not particularly appetizing, you get judged by it. So, with due respect to the fact it's a scoop for these guys, I'm not hugely interested in John Fury's.
Here's the kicker, though. Some people in boxing are actually agreeing with John Fury. Liam Goh is suggesting that Tyson might not be at his physical peak anymore, and that age and time away from the ring could be real factors. But experience and ring IQ don't just disappear overnight. What we're looking at isn't just a physical comeback, it's a mental evolution. Tyson's ability to compartmentalize this family drama while preparing for the biggest fights of his career makes him unpredictable in the most dangerous way possible. Opponents can study his old fights, but they can't prepare for a man who's been forged by personal betrayal.
The thing is there's nothing more left in life for these boxers. When these great boxers what's completed the game and they've got everything, what else can Tyson do? There's only so much yachts and sailing, and there's only so much flying on holidays, and there's only so much fucking whatever a normal person thinks is good you can do.
Listen to this part though, because it gets even more intense. John Fury is laying it all bare, saying he needs absolutely nothing from Tyson or anyone else in his circle. The raw frustration and hurt in his words shows just how personal this has become. This isn't about boxing strategy or career decisions anymore. This is about a father feeling abandoned by the son he created. But here's what nobody's talking about. This level of emotional pain and isolation might be exactly what Tyson needs to rediscover his killer instinct. The greatest fighters in history have always been running from something or toward something. Now Tyson's running from family expectations and toward proving he can succeed completely on his own terms.
Yeah, well, whether he can take him or not, he shouldn't be taking him, and he knows that. But when he's on his A game and he boxes, he can box. He ticks all the boxes, trust me, and he's exciting as well. And he does the right thing with this level of opposition because he's walking through them.
But wait, it gets even more revealing. Tyson is making it crystal clear that he only trusts a tiny inner circle now. He's rejecting distractions, cutting out unnecessary drama, and isolating himself to stay mentally sharp. This isn't the old Tyson who thrived on chaos and used family dysfunction as motivation. This is a calculated, disciplined version who's channeling all that intensity into pure preparation. When a fighter starts operating like this, when they eliminate every possible distraction and focus solely on the task at hand, that's when they become absolutely lethal. The question isn't whether Tyson can still fight. The question is whether his opponents are ready for this evolved, laser-focused version.
Great division changed everything. Magwadov's capable of doing that. He's a big, strong man, as you can see. Tyson's an elite boxer, but what's he got left? I don't know. Because you'll only know when you get in that ring, and then it's too late. You know, let's just see. Tyson's not a stupid man. He knows.
Now here's what Simon Jordan is pointing out, and it's absolutely crucial. He's criticizing John Fury for making private family business public, saying that real reconciliation happens behind closed doors, not in media interviews. But despite all this external noise and family drama, Tyson remains completely locked in on his training and comeback preparation. He's not letting outside opinions or his father's public criticisms affect his professional goals. That shows a level of maturity and mental strength that, frankly, we've never seen from him before. The old Tyson would have fired back immediately, would have made this into a public war. This version is just working, just preparing, just focusing on what he can control.
Man will just made for him. It's a perfect fight for him. Got the height, looks the part, he's strong. I think Tyson's hands will be too fast. I think Tyson, his feet, and the thing what I want to see how his feet have deteriorated, because it happens to everybody. So I just want to see what version of Tyson we get. He's out in Thailand training. So he's got to make sure he trains right. No cutting corners at this stage in your life. 37 years old. There's a lot of young lions knocking at the door, watching you. You're in a meal ticket. They're planning for you already. And I think Tyson's very.
And here's something that'll blow your mind. Shane Fury is explaining that for someone like Tyson, who has all the money and luxury anyone could want, material success doesn't motivate him anymore. The real challenge becomes proving himself inside the ring, cementing his legacy, and satisfying that internal drive that separates champions from everyone else. This comeback isn't about another payday or staying relevant. This is about a man who's achieved everything but still feels like he has something to prove. That's the most dangerous type of fighter, someone who's not fighting for money or fame, but for personal satisfaction and historical significance.
I'm not seeing what John said, but obviously I suppose he's in a position where he knows his son, he probably knows the best version of him, and he's probably looking at him now and just feels that it isn't. I think all questions will be answered on the 11th of April, won't they? And we'll see what he's done.
Peter Fury is dropping some serious knowledge here, praising Tyson's complete skill set and saying that when he's in top form, he literally ticks every box as a heavyweight. His ability to read opponents, control distance, and dictate the pace of fights makes him not just dangerous, but exciting to watch. Despite all the personal drama and outside doubts, Tyson's technical abilities and ring intelligence remain completely intact. What fans should expect is precise, calculated performances with maximum impact. His combination of size, skill, experience, and now this new level of mental focus ensures he remains a dominant force who can end fights in multiple ways.
You know, obviously Fury's got his own fans and people that think that he is a legend and one thing and another. Well, that's all well and good, but you've got to look at his resume. It doesn't stack up. Not to the great fighters. It doesn't stack.
Here's where John Fury drops another bombshell, though. He's openly questioning why Tyson is even returning to boxing, pointing out all his career achievements and wondering what's left to prove. But that criticism actually highlights something incredible about Tyson's mindset. Returning after retirement, dealing with family chaos, facing younger, hungry contenders, that shows he genuinely craves challenges over comfort. Most fighters retire and stay retired when they've made their money and earned their respect. Tyson's coming back because he's not satisfied, because there's still something burning inside him that needs to be resolved in the ring.
Good. I think that mentally he's in a good place. Physically, he looked good as well. He's been working well out in Thailand, and I sort of agree with Paulie. I think that he's a massive addition to the heavyweight scene. He has been over the last 10 years, and I think it's good to have him back. You know, we need the characters. Look, are the legs still...
Tyson's looking in magnificent shape. Best I've seen him in, to be quite honest, for a long time, and more importantly, mentally he's in a good place. And this is a big fight. He's in with a very, very experienced fighter who's a big man, big puncher. I think he's got a 90% knockout ratio. He's knocked out 17 of his opponents in the first round. So you know he can whack, and he's not fazed about fighting over here. He fought recently over here and beat Dave Allen. And this is quite a big.
Tyson Fury, Magwadov. Good little fight. Tyson's nice and relaxed. He's coming back. Again, after retiring, he's back out of retirement. We kind of knew it was going to happen. he seems in a good place. He seems quite happy. He's not out of shape. He's in his usual shape, which isn't great shape in terms of physicalities to look at. He's not good on the optics, but you know he's in shape because he's not 28 stone. He's probably looking about 18 and a half stone-ish, and he's in the gym. I don't think he ever really came out of the gym. He said he's been training twice a day since an.
And Tyson Fury has been out of the ring for well over a year now. By the time he gets back in the ring on April the 11th, he will have been out of the ring for well over a year. You're probably talking close to 15, 16 months. It's a long time, especially for someone who is more of a mover, more a boxer. It's not like a pressure fighter who can just